Hey everybody, it's Anna. Time for the Thursday card in this week's tarot story. Today we have the Nine of Wands. Now we had the Page of Wands reversed on Tuesday, and we talked about how wands are connected to the element of fire. So they're about passion and confidence and inspiration. The number 9 is the penultimate step in the spiritual journey. It's the moment just before you cross the finish line, you achieve your goal, you finish the work. So here we see the images of a man kind of exhausted. He's sort of leaning against his wand. It looks like he's been in battle. He's got a wound on his head. So he looks like someone who's been through the ringer. He's still standing and he's still willing to fight for that last step, but he's really tired. So when I see this card, of course, it says you've been working really hard, following your passion, letting passion flow, really giving it your all. But I think this card shows a little bit of a problem, and that is the exhaustion in the man. It suggests that we have been pushing through, but we've been committed to our passion or inspiration, but it's come at kind of a high cost. And it's worth questioning if that cost is necessary. When we are exhausted from following our passion, it suggests to me there is resistance pushing against us. Now, our passion might be stronger than that resistance. By this time, you can see this guy's commitment stronger than his exhaustion. We hope so, because this is the 9th step. He still has one more step to accomplish his goal, right? But he's still standing, so he's still willing to go. But he is really kind of using all of his reserves here. Whenever I see that, I have to ask myself, is that necessary? Is it necessary to go get completely exhausted when following your passion? Now, I think you can be fully engaged, and you can be physically exhausted and pour yourself out. But if you're feeling actually a little bit defeated and despairing, I think that probably there is something working against you internally. And it's like having a blister. It's like a shoe that doesn't quite fit. You're running a race, and maybe you're almost about to finish the race, but you got a blister on your foot. You might ignore that blister, right? But it's still there, which means the shoe is ill-fitting somehow. So if you take the time to figure out what is not fitting properly, you can solve the problem, and then you won't be as exhausted at the end of this. So I think we can sometimes, if we're pursuing a goal, pursuing a dream, we can become careless of the messages we're getting from our body, from our heart, from our mind. There are distress signals coming up saying, I need to sleep, I need to rest, I don't want to do this, and we're ignoring it, we're pushing on through. That is one of the dangers of Wands energy, is that it's so strong, it's so powerful, it can sort of overflow everything else. So at this moment, you're at the 9 point. That means you're almost there. Wouldn't it be nice here, instead of just, digging in, white knuckling it, to kind of take a moment to let yourself restore, let yourself breathe more deeply, recognizing that the higher goal here is not achieving the 10. The highest goal here is treating yourself lovingly. That's the whole point of the whole spiritual journey. It's not actually starting a business or creating a piece of art or having a family. Those are all lovely things that come with this life, right? But the purpose of life, ultimately, at its core, is about learning to love ourselves, learning to love others, abiding in the energy of universal love and connection. And that starts with us caring for ourselves. I always tell my children, because they're kind of hard on themselves, I said, if you won't say it to your best friend, or to me, don't say it to yourself. If you see your best friend like this and they're exhausted and they're thinking, I got to go one more step, and you can tell they need to rest, would you tell them, yeah, push on, who cares how you feel? Who cares if you've got blisters and sores and you got a headache? Well, maybe you would tell them that. But a more loving approach is have a rest. You're never going to run out of an opportunity. You're not losing chances here. That's not how the universe works. It's not working against you. It's working for you. And the more you that makes it to the finish line, the more vital you and happy you and loving you, that's the victory, even more than crossing the finish line. So consider today where you might be pushing yourself too hard. What are the messages telling you they need help? Will you pause and take care of them? That's important. See you tomorrow for our last card. Bye.